Hey, how we going? Mick here from the Pop Cartel. Take 2. The video that didn't record, so I've missed out on actually cracking the bottle, pouring it, and doing that initial part of the video. So I'm a little bit pissed off, that is. So we have here the MOA Brewing Company Festive IPA Black Edition. As you can see, pours quite dark, pours black. Has the use of, again, in it's quite common in their beers, in their IPAs, is the Columbus. This one boasts the Citra as well. On the nose, I'm getting the Columbus and a little bit of orange peel. Can definitely smell pine and a bit of citrus. So I'm going to pour some more of this in, and hopefully this video works. If it does, you'll see this anyway. It's not bad, so maybe one finger. In the first video I had 2 fingers, but that was on the initial pour. I was going into a cold glass, which I don't typically do, but the bottle sort of from work to here, it sort of warmed up a bit, and I was keen to get into it. I get so excited when I bring home these MOA Brewing Company Festive IPAs. Probably tell I love them a lot. I've had a fair few of them. Not tonight, but over the course of the last couple of months. So 5.6%, another 500ml bottle. Bitterness is quite a lot. I've got a lot more bitterness now that it's starting to warm up than I did when it was a little bit cooler. Definitely, I'm getting the chocolate, pine, the orange peel, and I'm getting some bread, more of a toasty sort of slightly burnt toast flavour, which I quite like. I'm starting to really get used to the darker beers and starting to enjoy them a whole lot more. Especially these guys' barrel-aged Imperial Stout, which it's a beauty. 10.2% I think it is from memory. Yeah, and very boozy, and that burnt cedar flavour. I really dig it. Hence, if I clone that, it's going to be a great backdrop on tap to the Cedar Keezer, which is hopefully part 2 is coming up as soon as the hardware goes in, and on that part 2 video we'll have the initial rundown of the hardware installation, how I go about doing it, whether I use an external or internal CO2 setup, and also the initial first pour coming from the Keezer. So that's going to be quite exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. And as I stated, I had a setup a few years ago, along with the Nano Brewery, and I had to sell it in order to have money for the house, to buy the house. So yeah, these things happen. It is what it is. Anyway, so that's the MOA Brewing Company Festive IPA Black Edition. What more can I say? Is bottoms up. It has their typical IPA resemblance, but there's 2 more added elements to this. one being a black IPA, two that that bitterness rolling off that roasty sort of flavour, and a slightly different flavour from the grain being more of a roasted flavour, but I can taste that sort of in the depths of this beer that they've their grain bill and certain other elements are quite the same, quite common for their style, and these guys are becoming quite popular amongst the craft beer crews, and it's also common that my local bottle shop, which is the Adamstown Celebrations, and the Tysell Cellars are both advertising at the same price, being 2 for $15, and that's been, since I've been purchasing the brewery's beer, it's been a common occurrence to walk in the local bottle shop and they're still selling them around about the same price. They know the market's there, they know they're selling, and that's probably why they're pushing it. Not sure whether I should question the lady at the bottle shop and ask her whether it's a marketing thing. I'll ask the boys at Tysell Cellars as well whether it's also a marketing thing that they're pushing both shops a mile apart, both pushing the same price and the same product as can only be as I would describe it, a marketing thing with MOA Brewing Company. So that's that in a basic nutshell. Pours black, has some chocolate, plenty of pine, a little bit of orange peel, some toast, Citra and Columbus, definitely there. Columbus is definitely there. It's quite a popular hop for the IPA scene, and rightly so. Anyway, remember, like, share, subscribe, support the Hop Cartel, get involved, show us your projects, and show us what you're brewing. Also remember, head on over to World Home Brew Club, request to join. You've probably got mates that are in there. We're by no means at the high end of the scale, but we're all there. We like to help each other and learn together, and that's our philosophy. Big shout out to the fellow admin. Once again, shout out to the current members. Big shout out to the new members. It's good to have you on board. And remember, no one's right, no one's wrong, and it's everybody's club. So involvement is definitely encouraged. All sorts of involvement definitely encouraged, whether it be brewing, distilling, cooking. Once again, just to reiterate on a lot of those things, I always sort of push in the videos. Definitely we want to see a bit of everything. Cheers. And remember again, like, share, subscribe, get involved with Hop Cartel, World Home Brew Club. Head on over to Jason's channel on YouTube, Charm Home Brewing and Sports. He's also pretty much uploading weekly, whether it would be for the brewing side of things. He may also do beer reviews. Most certainly he loves his sport and gets quite involved with that. I think there's been many a times where I've interrupted his leisure times there, but and you know, we're there for one another. We're all there to support and lean, and that's how it is in the club. Cheers.